Hello, fight fans. Welcome back to Boxing Block Center right here. I'm with Rafael Dawkins, Combat Radio Man.
Yes.
And let's talk about Dereck Delboy Chisora, man. According to the recent news from Eddie Hearn himself, they're saying that a bout is being negotiated between Chisora and Arthur Spilka, the guy famous for getting knocked out by Deontay Wilder, man. You saw that highlight, bro?
Oh, that's crazy.
Man, that was brutal, man.
Brutal.
So, according to the latest report, there's a tweet from Michael Benson. I guess you guys can see right here. Yeah, you guys can see. So, Eddie Hearn confirmed that Dereck Chisora versus Arthur Spilka is being negotiated for the undercard of Whyte versus Rivas July 20th card. He added that Liam Smith versus Omar Chavez is possible for one of his US Mexico cards in late July. So, when you hear the name Arthur Spilka, what comes to your mind, bro, when you hear that name?
Well, Arthur Spilka, of course, what comes to everybody's mind is that is the knockout he received against Deontay Wilder. He's got 3 losses. Bryant Jennings, that was in 2014. Of course, Deontay Wilder, we all know about that. And then his fight immediately after that. That was the next year. He only had 1 fight in 2017, and that was against Adam Kawanaki. And he lost that fight also. So his 3 losses aren't bad. I mean, the people he lost to, they're decent. Brian Jennings is a decent fighter. Deontay Wilder, obviously, WBC world champion. And Kawanaki in 2017, he's an up-and-comer. Unbeaten so far. So his losses aren't bad. He's come back and won against Dominic Gwynn. That was in 2018. And that was a victory for Spilka. And he's beat Marius Wack in 2018 also. So this is going to be his first fight in 2019. He can box. Before he got KO'd by Wilder, he was boxing. He can box. So as far as about with him versus Chisora, I think that's a nice fight. That's a very nice fight. I think that would be a crowd pleaser, no doubt about it. We know that Chisora, he needs somebody with a bit of a name to perform, and I think with Spilka's name, even though he may have earned his name under unfortunate circumstances, I think Spilka's name will be something that Dereck Chisora can get up for. So yeah, he needs a name fighter to get up. Spilka, I think that will be a very entertaining fight for the fans.
So, Chisora, 30 wins, 21 knockouts, 9 losses, and 3 via KOs, man. What do you think about the guy when you hear the name Dereck Delboy Chisora? What are your thoughts about the guy, the man, the boxer, the athlete?
Yeah. Well, it's interesting because my views on that may be controversial. I think I wanted him to retire after the fight with Dillian Whyte. I wanted him to retire. People could say, well, what do you mean? He was winning that fight. And I think, yeah, he was winning that fight, and it was a very nice performance on his part. However, I do think that Dillian Whyte was using more tactics. Dillian Whyte was trying a new style in trying to be a little bit more methodical, a little bit more precise, a little bit more technical. I think Dillian Whyte was trying to be more technical, because if he's going to be up on the world stage fighting world champions, he's #1 ranked WBC now. I think Dillian Whyte was just trying to be more mental, more methodical. Back to Chisora. Yeah, he made a good account of himself, but I mean, whoa, that knockout was. Knockouts aren't good for your brain. They are not good for your brain. They're just not.
I love in Chinese, man.
Yeah, they're just not good for the brain. Chisora, he might be older than he says he is. I think he's made his money already. Surely to goodness, he's made his money already. And he's had some brutal knockouts, man. Personally, just for the good of the man himself, I would love to see him retire. I don't think he's got nothing to prove anymore. He's already proved himself to be a warrior. How many times do you go to the well? How many times do you go to the well?
That's interesting. Well, what are your thoughts on him fighting at the Spilka?
Well,
if it happens, since you want him to retire and it's not going to happen, because can you imagine that Samuel Peter still fights today?
I didn't know that.
Well, still fight? I don't know. Just like, I feel like Samuel Peter did not actually. I'm not going to blame him, because after all, he was being promoted by Don King, and we all know what happened.
Oh, no.
You know what I'm saying? So. Yeah, Don King was his promoter, and Samuel Peter at that time fought some tough guys. You know what I mean? Yeah. So he should have made all the money he wants, but hey, I'm not gonna comment on that. That's why I want my brothers at Jackman Apochi to think of think of their future. But if they feel like, hey, Chelefinko and Ahemo are doing a good job for them, I wish them nothing but the best, man. You know, I have no anger or bad feeling towards him or Chelefinko. I just feel like they kind of did me wrong, or wanted to do me wrong, man. And that shut it down my channel, which backfired. So, how do you see that fight playing out? Do you see a knockout win for Chisora if that bout happens?
Well, it's tough, because Chisora, I don't know what he wants to prove anymore, but obviously he loves the game, because I'm sure he's made his money. His mother's an accountant. I'm sure has made his money, so he's sticking around. So obviously he feels he has something to prove. What that is, I do not know. Or maybe he just loves the game. He changed trainers, gone up north now. So maybe he feels rejuvenated. Like Tyson changed camps, he felt rejuvenated. Maybe he feels rejuvenated. Maybe he feels he's still got some fight in him. Maybe he wants to make one last run at the championship, even though he just got beat by Dillian. Maybe he's saying to himself, yeah, well, I was winning that fight. If I just slipped that punch, I'd have won. If I'd have slipped that punch, I could be this. If I'd have slipped that punch, I could be that. But he didn't slip the punch. Do I feel he's going to knock out Spilka? I really don't know where I put my money on that. To me, it seems like a very, very close fight, because Spilka's got something to prove as well. Spilka's still in the game. Obviously, he's got something to prove. So to me, wow, that's a toss-up. That really is a toss-up. That you flick a coin. You want to find out who wins that, flip a coin. Really. Although I give the edge to Dereck.
I don't think Atosbiga has a punching power, man, compared to Dereck Chisora. I don't know. I don't think he has that punch, but he's a very phenomenal boxer, I have to say. Can you imagine this guy was just outboxing Deontay Wilder before he got knocked out?
Yeah.
I mean, he actually outboxed Deontay Wilder, but got crushed by fellow police guy, Adam Konaki.
Yes.
But
Kawanaki is good. Kawanaki is good and up and coming.
But the same Kawanaki went to distance with Charles Martin.
Yes. That was one of the fights of the year, though.
Yeah, people call Charles Martin a bum after that loss to Anthony Joshua. I guess that actually, what that was felt in that Charles Martin saw that performance and was like, "Ah, man, I need to prove myself." That's why he went in there again. A very good fight. After be sincere, man.
Yeah.
Charles Martin now, won his last fight against Gregory Corbin, which got disqualified because Corbin was just trying to, dismantle the balls of Charles Martin, man. I love in Japanese.
Yeah, so with the Spilka v Chisora fight, Spilka could win on points. Spilka could win on points. Which way am I gonna go? This is a 50-50 fight in my view. We know that Chisora's got knockout power. He took care of Takam. Spectacular knockout. But can he be outboxed by Spilka? I say yes, he could be outboxed by Spilka. As a matter of fact, if I had to go one way or the other, I'll give 51% chance to Spilka. There you go.
All right, very nice. So guys, you heard it from the main man himself, Raphael Dawkins, Combat Radio Man. Go subscribe to him. Like I always say, he's a re-one. When I mean a re-one, I mean a re-one. You have a re-one, you have a re-one, and you have a re-one. He's one of those guys, man. So, like the video, share, and of course, don't forget to subscribe to Boxing Blog Center. And go follow me on Instagram at Boxing Blog Center. And